Isang malaking awesome and thank you so much guys. Maraming salamat sa mga patuloy na sumusuporta dito sa Oso the Chismoso. And ako nga pala si Oso Bear. I've been here since 2017. I've been trying to share you guys my wins, my losses publicly dito sa YouTube, Facebook at kung saan man. And kung nandito ka sa ating chat, please mag-like and share, subscribe na kayo. And this will be a topic or if, mahilig kayo sa mga videos patungkol sa educational contents, ito na yung video na yon. Sa video na ito, ipapakita ko sa inyo yung importansya ng liquidity indicators at yung indicator na ipapakita ko sa inyo mamaya sa pag-determine ng bull run and bear market. Kung tong bear market na tayo, this should flash in this one because nagpakita siya ng 2021, 2022, nagpakita siya ng 2018, and it's very impossible that we will not be able to see it this 2025 kung sakaling totoo nga. Okay, so kung yan ang tanong mo sa mga videos na ito or sa iba't ibang communities ng cryptocurrency, kung ano na ba talaga yung totoong nangyayari sa crypto, okay, ito yung video para sa inyo. So, welcome to our live video. And it's been a while since I was able to do live, and dito sa video na ito, ay pag-uusapan natin ang Global Liquidity Index Indicator. Okay, so sorry, medyo malat at paus ako. Okay, and itong indicator na to is from the TradingView. Yan. So sa mga hindi nakakalam, itong ano yan, meaning ng liquidity indicator natin or liquidity Global Liquidity Index on Indicator. Okay? So, kumbaga, dito, masasagutan natin kung paano ko nakita. Okay? Wala nagko-comment. Wow. Magic to. Talagang ito yung pinaka-bear market ng ano natin, ng channel natin. Wala talaga nagko-comment, guys, ha. Malupit to, ha. Okay, anyways. let's proceed. Wait lang, guys, ha. Inaayos ko yung ano natin, yung screen natin para makita ko yung comment. Wala talaga nagko-comment. Anyways. Okay, pero may nagla-like yan. Big shoutout sa inyo guys and big shoutout sa 8 viewers natin na talagang masugid. Okay, so basahin nyo na lang tong information na to. At dito, okay, masasagot na natin yung kung paano natin nakita yung magiging way at magiging way ko sa pag-determine ng trend ng market na ito. At gamit to, ma-determine natin kung saan talaga tayo papunta. Okay? At bakit tingin ko, wala pa tayo doon sa iniisip yung bear market, which is yung 2 years na sinasabi nyo. Given at whatever the time frames na pinagsasabi nyo, na high time frame, etc. blah blah blah. Okay? So, there's a lot of key fundamentals for us to really understand, okay, per se, para masabi natin na totoo talagang magbe-bear market, not just because of time frames. Okay? Because that's a total fallacy. Okay. So, unahin na agad natin, okay, muna yung pagbabasa ng Bitcoin dominance. Okay. So, punta muna tayo dito. Sorry guys, nauubo pa rin ako. Okay. So, Bitcoin dominance, tsaka natin sasalpakan ng indicator mamaya, which is nandito siya sa taas. Hindi ko lang may pakita. Pero mamaya. Okay. Let's talk about this Bitcoin dominance chart. Okay. Before the indicator. So, sa mga ilang videos ko na ginawa ko, okay, ginawa ko na rin tong chart na ito at pinakita ko na rin sa inyo tong chart na ito at uulit-ulitin lang natin. Okay, so that you will be able to remember and you will be able. Okay, wala na yatang altcoin season now. We will see. So, you have to listen to this one because this is a masterclass for liquidity. Okay, so ilang beses ko na natutumbok yung mga bull markets. Okay, dito natutumbok natin siya dito just because like we're seeing flash moves sa Bitcoin dominance. Okay, so dito masasabi din natin na dito nagkakamali yung mga tao because they always have this perception of what is the next move. Okay, so dito nakita din natin na we will be able to have a small relief in the market just because of this top, and we were able to predict this and this move has been predicted since 2025. Pero ito dito pa lang naghahagod na tayo ng chart dito sa 2022, 23, 24. We've been watching this because this is a key fundamental for us to really know if there will be a altcoin season. We never had an altcoin season for many years, and we know that. Okay? So, ito na yung sasabihin ko sa inyo. Okay? Katulad na sinabi ko, ilang beses na tayong kumbaga nakachamba ng pump sa pagbabasa ng Bitcoin dominance. Okay? At isa na dyan yung pinakita kong juicy gains natin na nag 32K. Okay? From 1K naging 32K, which is pinakita ko na to sa inyo. Okay? Hindi ko kasalanan kung na-FOMO kayo. Okay? Hindi ko kasalanan kung na-FOMO kayo at kumbaga ito, June 24, tapos nag 30K tayo by the end of 2024. Okay, which hindi tayo nag-TP at kitang-kita naman yan dito. So nag-TP tayo konti, kita naman siya dito. Okay, bumagsak tayo. Pero we did not really pull out everything because of Donald Trump. And paulit-ulit lang naman yung statements na sinasabi ko sa inyo. Big shoutouts kay Boss J, pati kay Verinia. Okay? So, kumbaga, hindi ko lang maalala kung saang video ko saan kong video pinag-usapan to. Okay, mainly yung pinaka Bitcoin dominance lang yung topic natin, pero moreover sa mga live videos natin, ilang beses ko pinag-usapan yung mga Bitcoin dominance. Okay? So, may mga ilang short videos din ako na nagto-talk about sa Bitcoin dominance and liquidity. Okay, and ang rason or reason why BTC pump, okay, nung April is going to be a little bit same topic na pag-uusapan natin today. So sabi natin, yung nangyari ng April na pinag-uusapan natin liquidity, it's going to be a little bit the same topic, pero I'm gonna be going to do a deep dive sa topic natin. Big shoutouts kay Angel Nathan. Yan, shalom. Okay, so what is the reason why am I going to talk about this? Is because many people do not understand this. Okay, they're just like waiting for altcoin season or predicting that there is a bear market season. Okay, so I think this is the best time for us to be nerds. Okay, nerd kasi ako mahilig ako sa mga ganitong topics, pero hindi ko masyado to gustong pag-usapan kasi nga na nandidiri kayo sa mga ganitong topics. Ibig sabihin, naboboard kayo, natutulog kayo, or tinutulugan nyo yung live video ko. Kaya ayoko to pag-usapan sa live. Pero sige, ngayon pag-uusapan natin kasi bear market, and dito ko malalaman kung sino yung totoong talagang gustong matuto sa cryptocurrency. Ngayon, isi-share ko sa inyo yung chunk or probably 10% ng buong alam ko sa liquidity. Okay? Kasi malaking topic yung liquidity. Okay, mix match to ng lahat para maintindihan natin kung paano maging magaling sa chismis. Okay? Pero again guys, this is not a financial advice. This is just going to be speculations. Okay, this is my speculations and this is how I navigate the market. Moreover, 80% of the time I was able to really get into the market, and hindi naman kasi nungalingan siguro to, no, na yung 1,500 natin naging 30,000 by just looking into Bitcoin dominance. And we were really expecting that the market will be pumping mula dito. Okay, when I say pumping is the Bitcoin price go pumping tapos itong dominance bumagsak, pero hindi yun talaga nangyayari. So dito yun yung nangyari, nagpump nga ulit siya pabalik ng January. Okay, this is very saddening dito sa part na to kasi kala ko retrace lang. So ang nangyari is nag-hold strong tong moving average ito hanggang sa dito na natin pinredict na dito next time it will be breaking down. Okay, so we see a death cross, no? This is the first time we see a death cross from a golden cross and multiple golden crosses here, no? So this is why, okay, I really think we are not in a bear market. Number one, okay, this is my one case. Okay, 6 lang yung nagla-like pero 20k dyan. Okay, so this is a masterclass or master chismis. Pakinggan nyo maigi to guys. Okay, this will save you a lot of years in cryptocurrency on the next bull run. Kung sakaling mag-bull run ulit, kung sakaling hindi nga mag-bull run, may bear market talaga, then you will be able to know, to navigate where is the best buying opportunity or when to really get in. Okay, wala na akong pake, hindi ko na gatekeep to. Ibibigay ko na sa inyo, ililibre ko, hindi ko na ilalagay sa document. Pero yung pinaka sobrang himay ng topic na ito, ilalagay ko siya sa document, sa Meraki, mababasa to nila Dax Pro. And ng mga nasa Meraki guys, okay? Mag-bull run sana, first time ko ito, haha. Makikita mo sir, makikita mo. Pakinggan mo lang tong video na ito. Kasi dito sa mga times na to, at walang nakikinig sa bear market, this is the best time that you will be able to navigate where is the best opportunity to get into cryptocurrency instead of buying the dips. Okay, ito yung totoong buying the dip strategy by looking into the liquidity. Now, the question is, are we bullish or are we bearish? And you will be able to have your own answer after this video because you will be doing a lot of research. Kasi chismis lang to guys, nasa sa inyo pa rin in the end of the day. Okay, so tulad ng sinabi ko, sa chart na ito ay makita nyo na pwede nyo sabihin na pag nag-dump to, okay? Pag nag-dump to, okay, the alts go up. No, hindi. Kasi meron tayong key fundamentals. Ito, this is basics and we really have to understand this. Okay? For you to deep dive on market cap Bitcoin dominance percentage in 1 week time frame, you need to understand first the Bitcoin dominance, Bitcoin price, and altcoin price. The combination of two in order to come up with the altcoin price. Hindi ko naman sasabihin sa inyo na, Sir Ozo, puro Bitcoin, Ethereum lang hawak ko, ba't ako makikinig sa'yo, etc. Oh, di goods. Investor ka talaga. And mainly, your assets are all robust. Yun lang yung sasabihin ko sa inyo. Pero kami, naka-full risk on sa cryptocurrency and wherein yung Meraki bags alone is 80% on alts instead of the supporting talagang nasa top 20 or top 10 ng buong cryptocurrency. So this is the topic for you guys kung sakaling katulad kayo ng Meraki. So ito na yung sasabihin ko sa inyo. Okay? may funda theory to. Kumbaga, that is not how it works. Okay? So you need to have Bitcoin dominance to go up. Okay, Bitcoin price to go up para makita mo yung price mo to go down for a really good buy the dip. Okay, pero syempre, you want to buy the best opportunity. Syempre, you want the Bitcoin dominance up, going up, and the Bitcoin price to going down. Nagda-dump siya. So, you want the best buying opportunity. Now, it's being rejected and we are just trying to retrace the moving average. Anong masasabi nyo? Nakikita natin na meron tayong mga negative candles here. Okay? And we will be able to further understand this by understanding liquidity. And we are on a 1 week time frame. Kasi yung may pasabi-sabi kayo mga time frame, etc. Hindi ka kasi tumitingin sa high time frame. I really don't think you have time to listen to me to talk about 1 month, 1 week, 4 weeks of time frame. Tapos hindi natin ma-determine, hindi kayo makapasok talaga doon sa gusto nyong pasukan. Nagigets nyo? So, huwag kayo magpanggap sa akin. Okay? Ako binibigyan ko kayo ng signal, binibigyan ko kayo ng first signal na why I really think this is the first time. It's because of this one. Ayan, nakita natin major rejection. Okay? Anytime, given time, sabihin natin, given the macro data, it can plummet down. It's because of this one negative candle that we saw. Hindi tayo nagkaroon ng production of a new high or sabihin natin a new higher high. Wala tayong new higher high. This is a low. Okay, this is a low high. Okay, and I really don't understand you guys coming up here dito sa Ozo Chismoso just because to show up your face that tama ka sa buong buhay mo, tapos sasabihin mo sa akin mali ako. Okay? Na wag ko iligaw ang mga subscribers natin dito at yung mga nakikinig sa atin dito. Hindi tanga ang mga viewers ko. Yun yung sasabihin ko sa inyo guys. Okay? Because I always pray for you guys. And I always pray for you guys for understanding. I want you guys to ask for understanding instead of praying for money. Okay? And you know that always. I always give this to you guys na tuturuan ko kayo, hindi ko kayo bibigyan ng signal na sabihin ko, ito bilhin nyo, etc. Ito bilhin nyo. We will be talking a lot of assets, but I did not tell you guys to get in. And there's no way, I really think most of you guys, okay, will not be blaming because you guys are high quality viewers. Okay? And I'm more than welcome to get 10 viewers only, basta high quality viewers. Hindi ako maghahanap ng 50, 100 para lang ma-stress tapos makikipagbardalugan ako sa inyo sa live. Okay? So this is why I'm teaching you the liquidity and by talking about the Bitcoin dominance first for you to understand the liquidity later. Okay, marami akong chismis sa inyo. Pakinggan nyo to, bibilisan ko ang pagsasalita ko so that you'll be able to get the whole juice of this video. Okay, so this is the first time we get the death cross. This is the first time that we will be getting this death cross in many times. Okay, this is many times. This is the first time death cross. Okay, that's what 2 years ago. Okay, and we never had a altcoin season. So doon pa lang dapat kinukutuban na kayo. Okay, doon pa lang dapat meron na kayong tinatawag na okay, something is about to happen in cryptocurrency and something is about to crack down. Okay, but the reason why we're not getting that is because of the institutional players and smart players. They know this market very well. Na ikaw ngayon ka lang pakakapasok mo pa lang or 2021 ka lang pumasok. Kahit nga ako na 2017 na ako pumasok, I'm very scared of institutional players. But there is no way we can stop them because they have more buying power. They have many lives versus us. The Wall Street are playing here. You have to understand that they know more and they have more resources than us. Okay? Na tayo, dalawang monitor lang, isang cellphone sila, marami silang alam, marami silang hawak, marami silang monitors, may malaki silang TV. Ikaw wala. Nagigets nyo? Okay? So, I want you to guys understand. Okay? This is the first death cross that we have. Okay, and that alone is my bullish signal why we are not in a bear winter. You have to understand market structure. Okay? Nagkataon na meron tayong macro. Sa macro-wise, it's very bearish. Okay? Meron tayong bearish dahil yung dollar is trying to get jacked up right now. When I say jacked up, gusto nyo magpalakas. Lumalakas yung dollar ngayon. Magkano ba dollar ngayon? 58? Sa PayPal, 56 pa din. Diba? So, tulad ng sinabi ko, nagkataon na nagpapalakas yung dollar natin. Okay? And this, what is happening with the macro right now, or I mean with the government right now, there is a disinterest and distrust sa current administration. Okay? And with how the whole world is being handled right now. Okay? So, we will correlate that topic later as we go on so that we will be able to understand sino ba talaga nagpapatakbo ng lahat ng to. Okay? Keep commenting, keep reacting so that we will be able to have a shared opinion sa market na to. Okay? So, ito na. We are still relatively bullish in 1 week and 1 month time frame. So, dito kahit ito na lang tignan nyo. Okay, bear. So, negative 0.1. Okay? So the higher time frame we go, the bearish it goes for Bitcoin dominance. Okay, Fibonacci wise, lahat etc. Wala akong masabi sa chart, everything. Okay, so but the market does not close until 2 days. Okay, we still have 2 days and 13 hours. Then sa 1 month, we still have long way to go for November to close, and we see a lower highs. Okay, may lower highs na tayo. Nag-close na multiple times. 1, 2. May lower highs ulit. Okay, so that's an ABC potential. Okay, the question is, will we be able to catch that for a relief? Okay, pero the question is, pag bumagsak to, ano mangyayari? Sir, also, pag bumagsak yung Bitcoin dominance, pero bumagsak yung Bitcoin, what happens? Okay, so Bitcoin dominance going down. Ang Bitcoin price mo is down, stable. So in other words, also the chismoso, the also bear, okay, sa Meraki, what we do, if market is stable, that is a good opportunity for us to DCA already and deploy capital. Okay, and remove some of those bad assets na hindi nagpa-perform. If may mga malalaking assets na nag-pump, sabi natin may ZEC kayo, good job, take some profits. Okay, and buy the rotation. Kung saan man mag-rotate tong assets na to. Sakaling nasa stable na tayo. Okay? So, this is the best. This is the best part where we will be able to DCA. Not here. Hindi stable. Ayoko yan. Or sabihin natin Bitcoin's up, tapos Bitcoin price is stable. This is very rare to happen. But this is also a very good opportunity to buy for DCA. Hindi ko sinasabi na full blast buy. dito talaga yung sobrang confident na saan nakita ko talaga na I made so much money on altcoins by spot. Okay, kasi hindi naman lahat tayo dito nag-futures, no? Tapos ako padapo-dapo lang yung futures ko. So ito na yung sasabihin ko sa inyo. Okay. We saw lower highs, okay, and lower lows, okay? Sa important key resistance ng Fibonacci natin. So 61 and meron tayo 56. We are in 60 and the recent high we had is 63, 52. Okay, the most recent, not the most recent, the June high nung sinabi ko sa inyo mag-TP na kayo nung August, dito yon. Kasi I was assuming na aangat na siya mula dito pa lang pero bumagsak pa siya ng konti sa September. Kaya hindi kayo masyado naniwala. Okay, pero understandable. Yan talaga. So ngayon umangat na. Okay. Pero dito sa time na to, 65.98, this is a very hard resistance to go because this is trend line and this is major resistance or a block right here. Okay, a great wall of resistance. Okay, so now let's talk about this. Okay. Kumbaga, yung mga spots natin, dahil lang dito sa maliit na pump na to, everything is falling, no? Even yung mga spot natin, yung mga walang kwentang assets, it keeps on falling. Okay? And the only answer that we can do here is hindi ko kasalanan kung hindi nyo kayang tiisan tong market na to. Moreover, guys, lahat ng bear market na na-experience ko, mas marami pang worst case scenarios doon. FTX, pinaka-recent at pinaka-malala na kino-compare nila yung naging drop ng Bitcoin price doon sa FTX pati Luna crash. I would say, yeah, it's a little bit the same pero it's not like far na masasabi ko sa inyo na talagang lahat nagre-react. Okay? Kasi walang altcoin season na nangyari. Okay, yun yung masasabi ko sa inyo. And the only answer for us to have or really be able to see, sabi natin mag head and shoulder, we cannot assume, no? Kasi meron tayong mga liquidity shock dito and we cannot really determine if that's real or that's truly printed, sabi natin. So what we can only say is once it is already there and it is printing a confirmation, then doon natin masasabi na talaga okay, head and shoulder to. Tapos sasabihin ko sa inyo mini bull market. Okay, and I will be there first kasi I always do that. And you can type awesome kung nakasakay ka sa mga ganong shot calls natin na alam ko kung kailan nagbo-bull. At lagi ko yung sinasabi sa inyo. At more times na pag may nagsasabi 30k, 50k, 60k, kaya ko pangalanan isa-isa kayo nung nandun tayo sa 75k at sinabi ko hindi, last bottom na to. Last bottom na tong 78k. Pag di pa kayo pumasok sa 82k, that's your last confirmation at umangat yon. Nilong natin yon instead of many people shorting that market. Okay? Which is uulitin natin yung i-replicate natin yung success na yon by just looking into the liquidity. The same success that we used before by just looking at dominance and liquidity. Okay? So again, I already told you that endurance na lang po ang magpapaligtas sa inyo dito. Kung may endurance kayo, kung wala kayong pera, endurance. Okay? Kailangan nyo na endurance. Endure. Okay? So, kailangan nyo rin syempre, ng hindi takles ang asawa. Yung asawa ko, supportive talaga. So, siya lagi nagpe-pep talk sa akin, hindi, kaya pa yan. Sige, tuloy mo lang, mag-research ka lang, mag-aral ka lang, etc. Siya nagsasabi nun sa akin. Okay? So, ito na sasabihin ko sa inyo. Do not think for a second, okay, na hindi ako active. Yan ang isa sa mga paalala ko sa inyo, okay? Please remember that do not think for a second na hindi ako active. This is how I find the bottom always. Okay, just like when you have the 16k before, 28k before, and nung 43k level ng BTC, binigay ko sa inyo na that's your last buying opportunity before ETF, etc. or ETF shock bottom call na nagkamali ako na nagkamali ako na hindi ma-approve yung BTC ETF kaya sinasabi ko magre-reject, nag-sell the news, maganda yung rejection, tama yung prediction, pero isinakay ko kayo sa totoong altcoin season during that time, which is nung pumasok tayo ng above that level, sabi ko, by the confirmation, do not hype in to the real, kumbaga, do not hype in doon sa news. Okay, kung, sige, nag-news nga, nag-ano, so kung nakipag-hype in kayo, kumbaga, na-liquidate kayo. Ba? So, overall, nakita natin si BTC na mag-down while BTC dominance is going up. So not a really good sight for to see, lalo na sa mga macro natin. Bakit? So sabi natin, ito nga, umangat yung BTC natin, BTC dominance, ano ibig sabihin nun? Up. Tapos yung BTC price natin going down, back to 98k. Yung altcoins natin nag-dump. Okay? So yan yun. Alright? So now, the question is, okay, what's the status of the Bitcoin dominance? We are seeing a lot of negativity on the Bitcoin dominance price. Okay, I mean chart, not price. Okay. Overall, this is how I want the dominance should work. Okay, using the Fibonacci and as a guide to the market structure, for the market structure rather. Okay. Which we already plotted this since 2022. Okay, kasi meron na tayo nito and nagprint na itong dalawa. So meron na tayo nito. Okay, ito yung panahon ng NFT at P2E. So, I was expecting na babagsak pa siya lalo. Natuwa ako nung bumagsak siya konti, kaya chinart ko siya. Okay? So, I was expecting na babagsak tayo 35%. Hindi siya nangyari hanggang sa nag-bear market na ng totoo. Eto na, noong January hanggang April to June. Ayan. So, dyan tayo nagkamali ng todo talaga. Dyan ako nalumbay hanggang sa nag-hiatus din ako niyan. Kasi pumunta tayo sa US. So, nawala ng auto-digits mo. So, I was not able to like really do live videos. Yan. So, eto na. Ngayon, let's talk about the ratio total market cap excluding BTC, Ethereum, and stable comparing to Bitcoin price. Eto. So, ayan. Ito yung global liquidity. Pakibasa na lang din so that hindi ko na ulitin sa inyo. Hindi ko na anayin to. Please pakitagtad yung chat natin ng Awesome kung ready na kayo sa topic ng pinakamalalim na topic ng liquidity. Medyo boring to pero I hope you guys listen to this, okay? So, ito na, sasabihin ko sa inyo. Okay, so dito, okay, mapapansin natin. Ay, teka lang. Nagalaw ko yung chart. On mo na. Okay, mamaya explain ko to guys. Huwag kayo mag-alala. Okay, huwag kayo mahihilo. Mamaya, maintindihan nyo to. Okay, so, angat muna natin to. Wait. Angat muna natin para hindi kayo nalilito. Okay, so ito yung current chart ng, ratio total market cap. Okay? So, dito, okay, mapapalakas natin yung pag-predict natin sa current market trend by just looking at the Bitcoin dominance, BTC, then determine if merong altcoin season chart. Okay, that's basic. Pero if, okay, you want to like really strengthen your current move ng as if parang real time, okay, na makita mo yung bukas at sa mga makakalawa sa mga mangyayari, because you are a power fundamental guy na magaling ka talaga sa fundamental plays, then ito yung masasabi ko sa iyo. Okay, palakasin mo rin yung liquidity readings mo. Kung marunong ka mag-liquidity, marunong ka magbasa ng liquidity, saan siya mag-flow, at makikita nyo yung pinaka-basics na ito. Okay, at you will be able to see that we are not in a crypto winter for 2 years. Okay, why? Mamaya explain ko siya further hanggang sa matumbok natin to. So please listen closely because I will be doing a surgical explanation of how I understand everything here nang mas pinadali sa inyo para hindi kayo maboboard. Okay? So ito yung weird dito. Okay? If i-on lang natin tong tatlo, off natin to. Yan, so tatlo na lang siya. Okay? Makikita nyo na parang kaparehas or kumaga parang itong Fed, TGA, and RRP, which explain ko rin to sa inyo. Sobrang similar niya sa galaw ng chart natin na ito, which is itong, tawagin na lang natin total 3 ES BTC or total 3 na lang kasi meron total 3 na chart eh. Okay, may total 3 ES din. So, meron tayong total 3 ES BTC or excluding BTC comparing to BTC. Okay. So ngayon, ito na. Explain ko lang sa inyo. Or ESBTC na lang, tawagin natin. ESBTC chart natin na to. Okay, yung ESBTC chart natin. Okay. Similar na yung galaw niya. Okay, so ano to? Liquidity yan. Sum up of nung tatlong liquidity na to. So paano kung China lang? Ano yung itsura ng China Bank? Okay, ito yung weird. Papakita ko sa inyo guys Nasaan yung China? Ito, China. Okay, so itong China natin. Wow, grabe. Ang laki ng liquidity nila guys. Nasa 6.6 million. Ay, trillion ba to? Oh, 6.6. Oo, 6.6. So, ano ibig sabihin nun? So, PBC or yung China Bank natin, ang nag-easing. Okay, siya lang ang may easing. Okay, we've been asking for easing, no? For federal, etc. And it's very bullish, no? So, the PBC or yung China Bank natin is the only chart that is easing right now. And sila lang yung nagtataas ng liquidity or nagdadagdag, in other words, ng liquidity nila. Okay, which napag-usapan na natin to sa previous videos natin patungkol sa sa chart which is last year. Dami na kasi natin video hindi ko na rin mahanap kung nasaan ko pinag-usapan to. So this is about the M2 versus the China Bank liquidity. So somewhere around 10 months ago or hindi ko na maalala or ito ata yun. So something like that. So tulad ng chismis ko dati, okay, na nangyari na rin, okay. Dati chismis lang siya noong 2023, 2024. Na nasunod na rin yung sinasabi ko na bibili sila ng resources gamit yung yuan. Ang hindi ko lang sure kung anong resources. Okay, I was speculating gold, silver, of course. Those are the key fundamentals, no? Yung talagang rebuilding your finance, no? Pag gusto mo mag-rebuild. Okay? Gamit yung yuan. Okay, gagamit sila yuan to buy this gold. So, it turns out, ang ginawa nila is the unexpected. Ano yun? Bumili sila, gamit yung liquidity nila, yuan liquidity, to buy what? Oil. Okay? Sa Saudi. Di ba sa Saudi, meron silang strict rules. Hindi sila magbebenta pag hindi US dollar ang gamit nila. That's fascinating, guys. Ito ata yun kasi ito sa Tariff Alpha M2. Dito ko din ata pinag-usapan yan, pero hindi ko sure. So, yeah. So, tulad ng sinabi ko, bumili sila ng oil gamit yung US dollar. Ay, non-US dollar, which is yuan. Okay, kaya malakas yung loob nila magtaas ng liquidity. May reason sila to increase liquidity, and the US or the whole narrative ng finance is trying to keep this away from leaking. Na ma-inform lahat ng tao na, oh, this is how you build, oh, this is how you rebuild your finance, etc. Blah, blah, blah. Okay? So, nasa docs ko na rin to. Okay, recent docs natin, binanggit ko to at nabanggit ko to. Okay? So, comment nyo if naalala mo or nabasa mo to sa mga topics ko, which is yung part 1 na binigay ko sa inyo recently. Pero hindi nyo pinansin, so bala kayo. Okay, so let's say, balik tayo dito. I-on natin lahat. Okay, lahat lang ng bangka. Ayan, bangka ito, bank din to Ito hindi to supply lang to Okay, yan. So, ito banking supplies. Okay, banking liquidity. So, kahit i-on natin, okay, include na natin si Japan. Okay, this is still the case. Okay, and same moves pa rin. Okay, kahit sama na natin si China. Okay. Same moves, okay? Kahit sabihin natin kasama na rin si China Bank, 'di ba? At mas nagiging malinaw lang siya lalo pag sinama natin lahat, okay? At pwede nating isipin din na itong mga to, okay, itong lines na to. Okay, or ito. Okay, so this is alts This is alts. This is altcoins in other words. And this is alts in traditional. Kasi this is how I want you to understand itong tatlong ito. Okay, so itong Fed, TGA, and RRP, explain ko sa inyo. Okay, so start tayo sa Fed. Okay, which is very basic. Okay, mamaya papalawigin ko, pero this is all about the QTQE. Ba't natin siya pinag-uusapan? Kasi this has been the thing since 2020, 2019. Okay, and people are being awakened how the federal is trying to keep the US poor. in order to benefit yung sinusupplyan niya talaga. Okay, we don't know who. Ayaw ko magsalita. Pero, ito yung sinabi ko. Okay, let's talk about the TGA muna. Kasi ito ang TGA tayo. Let's talk about TGA. So, Treasury General Account. Sir, ano ibig sabihin TGA na yan? Okay, so binasa ko na Treasury General Account. Hindi, Sir, okay. Gusto ko maintindihan ko anong purpose niya, anong ginagawa niya, anong papel niya sa buhay natin. Ba't siya important sa crypto? Kasi ito yung sakuran. Okay, so kumbaga ikaw, sabi natin, working class ka, di ba may bangko ka? Saan ka papasahuran? Gusto mo ba cash o bangko? So pag bangko, meron tayong tinatawag na checking account. Okay, ito yung checking account ni US government. Okay, so parang trabahador talaga si US government. Dito mo makikita na, trabahador si US government ni federal. What the hell? Okay, excluding federal dito sa chart na to. Okay, so walang federal chart dyan. Okay, this is only US government. Wow, taas baba. So makikita mo na dito, sa 2020, pagbagsak ang US government, makikita natin dito. At umaangat siya. Okay, we see market going along with it. So, debunk yung sinasabi natin na pag mayaman yung US, okay, US government, okay, mahirap ang crypto. Hindi. Actually, pag mataas siya, okay, at nag-start na siya maging shaky, humihina na siya, doon tayo nakakita ng decline sa natin. Okay, that's very true. Hindi nyo yung mapagkakaila, guys. Okay? So, dito na yung sasabihin ko sa inyo, ano naman po, Sir Oso, yung RRP? Sir Oso, gusto ko pag-usapan yung Fed. Mamaya, pag-usapan. RRP muna. Okay, so reverse repurchases. Okay, RRP. So, facility to, guys. Okay, so ito na lang isipin nyo. Ito yung pera na, sabi natin, ito yung pera na gustong ipasok ng US Bank from their checking to savings. Diba, meron kayong checking, may savings account kayo. Okay, para mag-earn yun ng risk-free yield. Okay, or yung tinatawag na kahit ilagay mo lang doon, iwan mo, huwag ka nang lumingon, may kikitain yan. Which is, ito din yung ginagawa ng mga life insurances kung magaling yung broker mo. Ito yung tinatawag na kahit mag-up and down yung market, risk-free siya. Okay? Kikita at kikita pa rin siya. Okay? So, basta magaling yung broker mo. So, it means, pag di nag-withdraw sila ng money, okay, pag nag-withdraw sila ng money dito, okay, sabi natin, kahit user earn, sorry guys, nadidigay talaga ako nung ubo ako eh. Okay. This causes the liquidity to rise violently. Okay, so nakikita naman natin siya dito, no? 2023 pa lang, nag-rise siya violently. I will explain to you guys why. Okay, so this rises violently or not depending sa dami ng wini-withdraw nila. Unless hindi siya makita nila Fed, which is very impossible. So I will explain this further later, even more, so that you will be able to understand. So to dig deeper, okay, pag-usapan natin ng maigi tong risk or RRP, not risk-free yield. Let's talk about the RRP in a more understandable context. Okay, yung sa usapang kalye, kasi mas mabilis natin ito mapag-uusapan kung gano'n. Or maiintindihan kung ganon. So, bakit siya? So bakit siya nasa negative scale? Ito yung 0. Dati nandun siya. Ngayon bumagsak siya. Ano ibig sabihin? Bakit siya ganon? So, 0.3 siya dati. Which is hindi naman 1. And, so, bakit? Okay, ba't siya nandun? So, ito yung kailangan ko ipaintindi sa inyo. Na this will only go up pag nag-withdraw ang US Bank from here. Sabi natin, tama. Pag nag-withdraw ang US Bank doon sa pera nila, dito sa, kumbaga ito, sabi natin, di ba, mag-withdraw sila, angat to. So, they keep withdrawing si US Bank. Ewan ko ano yung pinagkagastusan nila. Okay, so from here, sabihin natin, okay, risk-free yield, yung kinita lang sa risk-free yield lang yung i-withdraw natin. Okay? Saan siya mapupunta? Siyempre, mapupunta siya sa Federal Reserve. Okay? So, si Federal Reserve, okay, makikita siya doon sa chart. So, sabi natin, turn on natin si Federal. Okay? Mamaya, mas maintindihan nyo to. Wait lang kayo. Ayan, so makikita nyo. bumabagsak siya. Okay? So ngayon, ito na yung sasabihin ko sa inyo. Okay? Tinitake into account lang niya. Okay? So ito na yung sasabihin ko sa inyo, saan nila ginagastos, hindi natin alam yan. So which, yan din yung exact inverse naman, sabi natin, to si Fed. Ano natin ulit si Fed? Makikita niyo yung move ni Fed. Okay? Yan. Okay. Yan. Ito. Tingnan niyo ito. Boom. Okay. So, lapit nga natin. Nahihirapan na. Okay. So, yan. So, like I said, to dig deeper sa RRP natin, we will, kumbaga, paano sabihin, we always see this sa negative scale. Okay? We will only see this up pag nag-withdraw ang US Bank from their bank. Okay? So, kailangan na mag-withdraw. Okay? Or, from risk-free yield to Federal Reserve. At, kita siya dito sa chart na to. Okay, yan. It means, nadadagdagan yung liquidity natin sa system reported ng Fed. Okay? So, which means, also, yan din yung, itong nasa Fred website natin, ito yung exact inverse niya. Okay, nakita niya, yan, boom. Okay. Sobrang opposite nito yung move ng liquidity na pinapakita ko sa inyo. Ito. Boom. Okay, nakita niyo naman. Okay, tapat lang natin to sa 20... Hirap kasi, kaya pinicturean ko siya eh. So, yan. So, kung 2023, 2020, 2021, ayan, tama, 2021. Ito ko sa inyo. So, ito, 2021 to. Tapat natin siya sa 2021. Makita nyo? Yan. So, bumabagsak, umangat siya. Weird. Okay, so yung RRP natin concludes na tama talaga yung theory natin. Or actually, hindi siya theory. Katotohanan siya. Na pag ganyan, yan. So, makita nyo, expect din siya. Okay. So, ngayon, ito na yung sasabihin ko sa inyo. Kung sobrang opposite nito, yung move ng kumbaga ng liquidity na pinapakita ko sa inyo ngayon, okay, yung RRP, it means, dito sa chart na to, lahat ng liquidity nila, halos ata sinimot na. Why? It's because, tignan nyo, pag bumalik tayo sa website nila, yung official, makikita nyo na 10 na lang siya. Mula dito sa 2022, sobrang taas. Okay? So, ngayon, balik tayo sa Fed. Okay? To prove this, kung totoong sinimot, dapat simot din dito. Okay, tabi natin yan. Panggulo siya eh. Okay. Makikita mo na 8.9. Tama ba? Oo, tama. So, makikita nyo na yung buong liquidity nito, okay, mula dito, bumagsak siya dito. 6.5 na lang. Dati, almost 9 siya, 9 trillion. Ngayon, ano to? 6.5 na lang. This is Fed alone na guys. Fed pa lang to. Okay? So, ngayon, itong TGA topic naman natin, okay, bilang promise ko sa inyo na itutuloy ko to kasi diba last time pinag-usapan natin, ano itong TGA? Okay, ito, mas maiintindihan nyo lalo ngayon. Okay. So, itong TGA naman, okay, since sa document na to, dapat alam nyo na rin to. Yung part 1, sinabi ko na rin to. Lagi lang natin tatandaan na pag TGA, okay, pag up to, it translates as the liquidity being drawn away from the US banking system. So, pag umalis, kunyari sabihin natin, sa US banking system, naglabas sila ng pera, okay, mag-up tong price na to. So, ngayon, nag-withdraw sila, diba? Noong February, nag-withdraw sila. Ayun, bumulwak tuloy. Hanggang March, bumulwak siya. Okay? So, saan napupunta to? Hindi ko alam. Okay? So, ito na yung masasabi natin dun sa dollar bill na nakalagay, in God we trust. Okay? Hindi natin alam kung saan nanggagaling, saan napupunta. Okay? Basta ang alam natin, okay, sa checking account ng US government nanggagaling. Not sa US banks. Okay, mula sa checking account ng US government, gumagastos sila. Tapos napapakita siya dito sa TGA. Ngayon, magigets nyo to. Kailangan nyo munang anuhin to, maintindihan para malaman nyo kung totoong bear market or bull market. Now, may magtatanong, bakit po seryoso nagda-dump? Okay, ano ibig sabihin? Kung pangat, kasi nag-withdraw sila from